Andrew de Souza, who is going to tell us about his chapter in the Making a Difference book, which is coming out on the 8th of the 8th in the Southern Hemisphere, and in the Northern Hemisphere, the 7th of the 8th. Andrew, first of all, tell us about why you decided on this book.
Hi, Jackie.
Hi.
Why did I decide on this book? I joined the book project mainly because I know Jenny Bass. She was a new member in my business community, and I thought the whole idea of writing a book together seems to be something quite interesting. I always wanted to write a book, and it has been left on the back burner for a long period of time. And I think when I came to know Jenny, I thought, why not just make that rash decision and jump onto this and see where it takes us.
Great. So why your message, if you'd like to say a little bit about your message?
So I think in this book, I'm writing on the message of, it's actually based on my own account and observations, that the world is becoming a little bit more polarized. Polarized in the form of, like, we are having more disagreements, we are having more things to debate on, and hopefully this don't create more conflicts that is even harder to resolve. How I came to know about this, right, is, the past 3 years have definitely been tough times for some of us. And my realization that there were certain topics that were only specific to COVID. And these topics actually created a lot of divides among people. I just name a few, such as the vaccination issue, such as whether borders should reopen, and even whether we should work from home still or we should return all back to the workplace. And if you realize at the point of time, these topics, when people debate about them, it seems that there was no resolution. But if we look at this now, right, and we look back, some of such conversations have kind of been irrelevant already. So me writing this chapter, right, was more of me wanting just to bring this message out there on how we can address this polarized world that we live in, and how we can better deal with disagreements or conflicts. So that's the reason for my message.
That's great. So why now? I think you've answered that though, in a way, because this is something that's come up now. Would you like to elaborate? Why now?
Why now? I think the whole thing came at a time where I thought, let's take the leap of faith and jump into this. When I signed up for the project, I didn't think too much of it. Right now, I realize that the 8th of August, which is the book launch date, right, happens to be one day before the National Day of Singapore, where where I was born, where I live in. This is the country I live in. So that really brings some significance to that. Other than that, I think it's more of me wanting to really go out there, come out of my comfort zone to see whether I have any speaking opportunities or any areas where I can actually share this out there to people. And at the same time, I think over the past year, through my workplace, through dealing with clients' work, client conversations, and my peers in my workplace, I do realize that sometimes we do have disagreements that we debate on. And I think hopefully some of the pointers that I provide helps us deal with such disagreements better, and we can all thrive in an environment whereby we can really respect one another's differences and still embrace them and see how such things can actually bring us forward.
Yes, it's very much needed at the moment, I think. Yeah. So what is next for you?
That's a very good question. So I haven't I have to say this on camera, right? But I have not fully planned what's next after this, right? But I think some of the things that I will be looking to go into, it's of course when I wrote the book and when I submitted my chapter, after taking about 3-4 days to reflect on it, right? I realized that, oh my goodness, there is like the next version which has even more things that I am ready to write about. but I missed the deadline for submission, so I couldn't add that in. So I think one first thing that I will be looking at is really to create the next version of what I'm going to share inside, so that it will give a broader spectrum of solutions for people to think about. And such things that I write are things that I use myself. Some of it I take references from, I think, content which is already available out there. So I think so the first thing is, of course, I'm looking to write the next chapter. And I think for for speaking opportunities, I will be looking to really run maybe just bite-sized workshops on how we can just manage conflict and handle disagreements better. I will say in teams and workplaces. So that is something that I aim to create with some of my peers.
Yeah, I think that's quite important with this book. It's from, as Wendy Corner says, it's from page to stage. So yeah, it helps you to connect with your audience as well in a different way. And so they get that opportunity as well. That's great. Okay, well, thank you so much, Andrew de Souza. And we can't wait to read your chapter when it comes out on the 8th of the 8th, a very auspicious day for many people, actually. So excellent day, and for you. And the 7th of the 8th for the Northern Hemisphere, that's the US and Canada. And
yeah, I'm also very excited to read the rest of the chapters written by the co-authors, because I think we don't have opportunities to know what everyone else is writing, right? Apart from the core team that is managing the whole project. I'm definitely happy and excited to see what the book has in store for us.
Yeah, I think it's great. Everybody wants to make a difference. That's the key, isn't it? Okay, thank you, Andrew.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Jackie.
joining me. Okay, bye.